Alright, guys. CL here. I'm your host for the Gamers Den. And, yeah. You come to me for all the walkthroughs and playthroughs for the games you love the most and some obscure ones. Just stay for the pop culture knowledge in the end. And my god, guys, do I have a story. I'm sitting here on my soapbox a little bit with this, but, you know, movie, superhero movies are all around us now. I hope held to a higher standard now, but they I think there's a problem with DC that needs to be addressed. And this has been a big topic for me. When you compare Marvel to DC, a lot of people say Marvel sucks because of the storyline. Well, y'all watched Lost, and it lost the plot around the like halfway through the series, so I don't want to hear it. Y'all still watched it all the way to the end. I don't want to. I don't want to freaking hear it. Y'all can get through Lost. Y'all can sit through an epic action movie or a couple dozen. See, it's okay for a series to do this, but not for a bunch of movies to do this. It's like y'all are willing to put hundreds, if not thousands, of hours into watching Doctor Who for the third or fourth time, watching all the Lord of the Rings in order, along with The Hobbit, even though y'all don't like it, but y'all watch it anyway. But you're not willing to put in some effort to watch some superheroes beat the shit out of supervillains, or superheroes beating the shit out of superheroes sometimes. Okay? But you're willing to let DC do this. Basically, make a multiverse without it actually connecting. See, that's my big problem. I recently watched the new Batman trailer, and I'm gonna tell you guys, it sucked. Oh my god, it sucked. I'm a Batman fanboy from way back. Batman and Spider-Man were some of were how I got into superheroes. That's why I'm here, not shade right now, because this is a problem with Warner Brothers has right now. Started out that all we really had, the very first technically comic book movie from Marvel at least, was Howard the Duck. We all know how that movie turned out. And they made a couple other mediocre films as well back then. The only thing that really did good was Lou Ferrigno's Hulk. We also had the 1966 Batman, the Superman shows, the Wonder Woman show, those live action shows, you know? And eventually we went into the 80s and 90s with Batman and Superman, with a few others, and maybe a Marvel movie thrown in here and there. But it wouldn't be until the 90s with Blade, and until the early 2000s with Spider-Man and the X-Men that superhero movies were starting to, moviegoers were starting to look at them with like they're awesome, and movie makers and studios were starting to see, there's dollar signs here. And same goes for the Tim Burton Batman movie, the first two Tim Burton Batman movies. Those did really, really good. So, yeah, it's just like, what do you do? Well, you start making more. Now, we had all kinds of other movies after that during the 2000s and all that. We had everything from Daredevil, the two Ghost Rider movies, to Punisher movies, um, some more Batman, some more Superman, here and there, you know, all kinds of them, and they were various levels of quality. Same goes for Spider-Man and X-Men, and those two movies had good ones to begin with, like the very first two of both of them, actually, if I'm being honest. And then the third one and both their entries are hated, or at the very least not loved as much, with X-Men Last Stand. That one I do see some good positive feedback every now and again, not just from me. And then you have X-Men Origins of Wolverine, which that's, you know, it's funny. I actually liked that movie when I first watched it, but I didn't realize that Wade Wilson was Deadpool. I didn't know a lot of comic book knowledge back then, like I do now. Now I'm just like, wow, they really shafted him. They sewed the merc with the mouth shut. You see, that's what happened. Corporate meddling happened, and then 2008 happened. We got Iron Man and the Incredible Hulk, which kick-started the MCU. And we eventually got Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America the First Avenger, and then eventually the biggest superhero crossover that actually happened. See, we were supposed to get a Justice League back in what was it, the 70s, the 80s? I actually have a picture of it in the comic I've got. No comic I've got advertising it. It never happened. It never happened. But the Avengers in 2012 did happen. It was a big boom. And then everybody and their mother wanted to make their own cinematic universes. Most of them failed. The only one that's still around, technically, is the Warner Brothers DCEU movie universe. And it started out pretty strongly with Man of Steel, and I like that movie. I don't like the ending, and that's pretty divisive with a lot of fans. Anyway, Superman doesn't kill, but it's not that I don't like that he killed somebody, or I'm shocked that Superman would. I'm actually surprised they didn't do it sooner. The guy's a freaking asshole in the comics. He's not. The roles are actually reversed in the movies. Superman is actually the jerk in the comics, and Batman is actually the one that actually is pretty nice, even to his villains. What do you do? And what are you doing, man? But then you got the fact that after that, we got Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. It's kind of like trying to rush it, and Marvel wasn't doing too much better around this time either. What with Phase 2 kind of being half and half, like a jumbled mess. Sure, you had awesome hits like Winter Soldier, and Ant-Man was a modest success. And to say nothing of Guardians of the Galaxy. But you had other ones that kind of like got a collective like Age of Ultron, or, well, commercial failures that were Thor, The Dark World, and to a certain extent Iron Man 3 as well. But DC wasn't faring too much better with this one, and the Justice League movie that was like really handled very, very poorly by the studio. Eventually, they kind of shifted gears even further by going with their solo films with Wonder Woman, which I think is a mediocre mess. The only good scene in that movie, in my opinion, was the trenches scene, and that was seen throughout the entirety of the trailer campaign before the movie released. Then came Aquaman, and again, that wasn't an Aquaman story. That was a love story with an Aquaman skin. That was the brother story, the brothers versus story that we've seen numerous times before in both comics and media. Ocean Master versus Aquaman has been seen in the original Justice League cartoon, in Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, Batman v or Batman Brave and the Bold. There was even a DC animated film, and that's the thing. Warner Bros. Was making these DC animated films as well, and these were so much better. These films that were coming out, the Wonder Woman that came out in 2007, which I have, it's so good. It combines both Wonder Woman movies that they've come out with in live action form. And I'm sorry, this movie did it better, and it's got a 90-minute runtime, if that. Um, and later on, we got the stuff for Teen Titans. But then you have TV shows as well, with animated shows that did really, really good. And then for some reason, during the 2010 all the way to around 2018, it was all over the damn place for DC. Marvel was starting to get its act together by making stuff like Civil War and Thor Ragnarok, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and eventually going into Infinity War and Endgame, which are just stellar movies. And say what you will about Captain Marvel, I watched the film and I enjoyed it a hell of a lot more than I liked Black Panther. I love Chadwick Boseman as an actor, and I hate Brie Larson, but their movies are completely different on that spectrum. I don't hate the Black Panther movie, not by a long shot, but it was an overhyped mess from the media, because it was the first solo black superhero film from Marvel at the very least. Steel actually came before all this, but we don't talk about Steel. This movie was so freaking overhyped that It couldn't meet that expectations for me. It was good, but it wasn't the best Marvel film out there. Not even from the MCU. I'm talking Marvel films in general. The Ghost Rider movies are more enjoyable, especially the first one, which I grew up on, was a hell of a lot more enjoyable than this movie. Just because it's Ghost Rider. I prefer Ghost Rider to Black Panther. Sorry. I prefer Nicolas Cage to Chadwick Boseman. I'm familiar with his work. I'm not familiar with Chadwick Boseman's work. I only know him as Black Panther. Sorry. But I'm not discriminating. I just don't. I like Chadwick Boseman. Wakanda Forever. You know. I'm sorry that he died. I was upset myself. The dude was he was a teddy bear. Brie Larson's a bitch. But you cannot deny that she embodies Captain Marvel to a damn T. The movie is great because she is Captain Marvel. She's egotistical, antagonistic to pretty much anyone that isn't her or that she actually respects, which is really just Nick Fury and maybe to a certain extent Thor in the comics at least as well. And is super arrogant and as makes Tony look downright reserved. It's really, really bad. But DC wasn't doing too much better in my eyes in some areas. Marvel was doing better. Endgame was just this big event in 2019. It was huge. DC, on the other hand, is putting out Birds of Prey, which I didn't watch. I haven't watched that one. I probably won't. Shazam, I want to see it, but at the same time, I'm just like, I've got all this Marvel stuff. Why would I watch this? Why I've got all this DC animated stuff that I've still got to sift through. Why would I watch this right now? Continue the plot narrative that's not even there anymore. Yeah, that's right. DC and Warner Bros. Abandoned that plot line that they were going with, this connected universe, and made all these movies into their own universes, which made no freaking damn sense. It's a multiverse without being connected as a multiverse. In other words, they're explaining it by not explaining it. But people want to give Marvel shit for thinking, for doing things new, taking risks. For God's sake. Okay, they're being a little woke with it, but they're giving characters a chance that more often than not would just be side characters in other stories. Captain Marvel, Black Panther, the Eternals. Dude, this is the first time we've seen the Eternals fully on screen as these characters. Not as big, gigantic monolith monsters, but as actual human-sized characters. This is the first time we've seen this. She-Hulk is finally going to get her own show. We've got Moon Knight, a character that barely gets any recognition, and I'm actually shocked Disney greenlit when I was doing some research for that character when it first got announced. Cause I'd seen him in Ultimate Spider-Man and in the first Lego Marvel Superheroes at the very least. I don't know if he's in other ones. Let me know if I'm wrong on that. I will probably look it up myself. But then you got DC, and you look at some of their movies that have come out in the last couple of years, and they're coming out with, or it's on the way at some point. And I'm just like, I'm so disappointed. I'm a Batman fanboy. I'm a Joker fan. I'm a big Joker fan. I love Harley Quinn. I love the Clown Prince of Crime because I grew up with Mark Hamill's portrayal and Cesar Romero's portrayal in the original 1966 Batman. I watched quite a few episodes when they came on MeTV, a channel that we get here in North Carolina, and um the old Jack Nicholson Joker and everything else. I grew up on the old Jokers as well as Heath Ledger's Joker. That one was just awesome. That movie is so good that they've never really been able to really get to that level again of The Dark Knight, in my opinion. And don't get me wrong, Suicide Squad is a bad movie. It does not handle most of the characters properly. The only good parts in those are a lot of the characters that they used. El Diablo, Killer Croc, which gets a lot more shit than he should get. That's where he started out as. He wasn't always a mutated crocodile creature. That's what he's eventually become. He started out as just a dude with a bad skin condition that gave him reptilian features. Um, and I'm sorry, that Joker at least looked like Joker just with tattoos. I like to think of it as an alternate version of Joker, or a Joker that is you know, it's a wannabe Joker. It's a copycat. I don't like Margot Robbie's portrayal of Harley Quinn. It's not doesn't feel right. I grew up with the original Harley Quinn. I grew up with Tara Strong's portrayal as well. I grew up with that version of, well, Joker's main squeeze. And eventually, this chick, Margot Robbie, comes in and completely pushes the character for me. I don't like this one. She in the first Suicide Squad movie, she looks like like she took her outfit off the rack at Hot Topic. It's probably why people liked her. Um, she's just too manic and too crazy, and I'm sorry I didn't like it. I didn't like that particular look for the character. The 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 the, the blue and red hair works, but not the outfit. I don't like the outfit. It doesn't work for me. I do like the fact that she's wielding a bat now instead of the hammer. It's a lot more effective, you know. A good Winston back wooden bat will really just suck. If it gets splinters in you, whoo, it's gonna be bad. But then and then 2019 happens and we get this. That's not Joker to me. When I first saw the trailer and him dancing down the damn stairs, I thought I was looking at Ronald McDonald, an action movie with starring Ronald McDonald, but he's basically sending in his thing for La La Land. I'm not even joking. It does not look right. And now we get this new Batman movie, and I'm hearing a Flashpoint Paradox movie is in the works, and I'm just like, didn't y'all already do this a couple years ago with the Flash television series? Y'all already did this recently. Why are you rehashing the story so soon? It does not make any sense, and people are eating it up. Comic book fans are eating up this bullshit. But then you look at Marvel, and Marvel's What If. Oh my god, this was so good. WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and Loki all got bullshit from people, but it's for stuff that only happens for one or two scenes in no more than 5 minutes. I clocked this shit, and I'm sorry. Y'all need to calm your asses down on this woke shit. You're ruining shit that isn't trying to be woke. It's just throwing a few things in here every now and again. Disney is not going to put a full woke ass shit outside of Fauci, and Fauci's got enough money that he probably paid Disney to make that stupid ass documentary of him. Yeah, I went there. He's a freaking quack, and I've only ever called one other doctor that, and that was Dr. Phil. Doctor of what? Making things worse. But yeah, guys, it's just, I guarantee you, if they put DC animated films, which I've already posited on here on the channel before, these would sell on a freaking big screen twice as much as any of these other movies. Even Joker, which made $1 billion, I don't know how. I don't know how. That's not Joker. That's not Joker. That is a homicidal Ronald McDonald acting like he's freaking dude from La La Land, or Moulin Rouge. I'm just like, that's what it looked like to me. It looked so bad. It didn't look like Joker. Okay, I know Jack Nicholson did something similar, but he was acting crazy. He looked like the Joker. He just having fun. He's just painting the paintings and everything. This guy's just dancing down the damn stairs like he's a freaking Joker. Doesn't do that. Okay, I grew up with these characters, and seeing them portrayed this way in live action movies, hurts because I want to support DC. I want to support their movies, but I can't. I have not watched. I'm still, you know, I haven't got around to watching the Snyder Cut of Justice League or the Suicide Squad movie yet. But, you know, those are the only two movies I really wanted to watch. I know a lot of people are excited about the Black Adam movie. New Batman movie's turning a lot of heads for whatever reason, even though it doesn't look. It's supposed to be the Penguin that says, "Got him!" Just like, y'all like this? That's supposed to be the motherfucking Penguin, dude. Ain't no mob boss, but he looks like one. Doesn't look like the freaking Penguin. Ain't looked like that. He ain't looked like a freaking mob boss since Tim Burton got his meat hooks into him. He has never looked back from that original design of the character. And I'm just like, what is wrong with y'all? I'm serious. What is wrong with y'all? That y'all like this bullshit that DC's peddling out. This is what I'm saying. Right here. If we don't want bland, safe bullshit. See, that's the thing. Leo, a couple guys at work, at my day job, at my, even my mom, okay, and she wasn't probably gonna see this anyway. She's not a big superhero fan, but I asked her point blank, "Does that look like a penguin to you?" She's like, "No, doesn't look like a penguin. Doesn't have a monocle, doesn't have a top hat. That's not the point. If you look at his teeth, they look normal. After Tim Burton got a hold of him, he gets sharp teeth. He got a hooked nose and flippers that look like this. Danny DeVito's little three-fingered flipper look, and he doesn't have any of that within this movie. And two Riddlers. I saw a comment or two about that. I'm just like, really? That's what you go with? Y'all are playing it too damn safe. Let's look at story-wise, right? We got original stories, maybe taken from the comics a little bit, more if not giving their own spin in Marvel. DC is literally rehashing the same damn bullshit over and over and over again. It's probably why we're making so much bank. That's why Disney's able to make live action remakes. Because y'all keep going to watch this bullshit. If we don't want this stuff, why are y'all watching it? I haven't watched Cruella yet, but it looks original enough that I'd be willing to watch it. It's an origin movie. That's why I like the Tim Burton, Alice in Wonderland movies. They were at least different enough from the original movie that I could watch it without feeling too much remorse. The Maleficent movies, they put a different spin on the first one, and the sequel doesn't even. But y'all willing to watch The Lion King? Y'all dumbasses. Completely dumbasses. I don't normally berate y'all, but I've seen so many comments over the years of them if being annoyed about the live action remakes, being annoyed of them not doing anything innovative with their characters over at DC. I've I've and not really looking at their characters from all the studios and using them. Guys, if we really want a specific thing to happen, or we don't want for them to keep doing it, don't fucking watch it. Don't read it. Don't play the game. Don't buy the merchandise. It's not hard. People gave so much shit to Sword and Shield. That thing sold like gangbusters. I support Pokemon. I was willing to play it. You know, I'm a little disappointed by some of the aspects of it. I still bought them. I bought both copies. Bought both games. But that's the thing. These games were that bad, and the DLCs added a bunch of shit. It's funny. A lot of people give me shit for have never seen Joker 2019 when it first came out, and telling them, and when I tell them I refuse to watch it because it doesn't look good. Just like, it's my opinion. It's my life. It's what I want to watch. If I don't want to watch this movie, that's my that's my prerogative. It's my life. It's what I want to do. Batman and Robin. If I want to watch that for the 15th time now, I'm gonna do it. It's my life. I literally have a copy of Batman and Robin sitting on one of my shelves somewhere. It's either on this shelf, in that little pocket over there, or in there. Guys, I watched that more than I have my Wonder Woman movie. I don't even watch that movie yet. I was given that as a Christmas gift. The only reason I'm keeping it is so that way I can watch it maybe for review down the line. And I'm not going to be kind of this damn movie. Aladdin live action movie. Again, that was given to me as a gift somewhat. Mom was trying to get the original cartoon. She did get the original cartoon, but they sent the live action from. It was from the Disney store. They fucked it up. But that's the thing, guys. The only reason I'd watch that film right now, y'all, that's it. I don't want to watch shit. I don't want to watch crap that I don't think is good. I watched every single trailer for that Joker movie, and it made me hate it more and more. When I first saw Cheetah for Wonder Woman 1984, holy hell, I was pissed. That wasn't Cheetah. That was a woman merged with a snow leopard with mange. This new Batman. No. And I don't want a female Joker. There's rumors abound with it, but I don't want a female Joker if it's not going to be done right. If they're not going to do the... See, I'm willing for them to adapt the storyline from the comics. This actually happened in the comics. There's only one female Joker that I actually know of. Everyone knows the story of Bruce Wayne, how he became Batman, right? Bruce dies. Oh, wait. That's what happens in this one. Y'all don't know the story of this one, do y'all? It's basically the reverse of what you know. Bruce dies. Thomas Wayne becomes Batman. A more brutal, almost like this version of Batman. And Martha Wayne snaps like a twig over with grief and becomes a female Joker. See where I'm going with that? This could work. And I think it should. But do I think you should shove a female Joker just any damn where? No. I'm not gonna support that. And it's not because I'm a bigot. It's not that I'm sexist. I just want a good story. A good superhero story with my characters done right. And DC has not been doing it right lately. They've done a couple good ones here and there. Young Justice is still good. Okay? I'm willing to watch Zack Snyder's Justice League. I didn't actually mind the original Justice League all that much. It wasn't great, but you could tell there was two directors on that movie. And I'm willing to watch the Suicide Squad. I just haven't gotten around to it, guys. But I will not be watching Joker 2019. I will not be watching Wonder Woman 1984. And I sure as shooting won't be watching this new Batman film. I might watch the other two for the review. Maybe. A couple years down the line. And I will not be kind. I will not be kind with those films. I will be putting them under the lens. That Batman movie is not coming in this house. Or at the very least, not in my presence. That movie looks like shit. A steaming pile of shit. And y'all are going to eat it up. Which means it's going to let Warner Brothers know that y'all like complete and utter bullshit. And keep making bullshit. Like y'all been doing. But y'all want to give Marvel shit and y'all still eat it up. Y'all still watch every episode for the most part. Y'all do. You can't deny that you don't. Y'all stuck around till the end of WandaVision. Y'all stuck around to the end of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Y'all stuck around to the end of Loki, and you're stuck around to the end of What If. You'll stick around for the rest of them. You'll watch those damn movies because you know you want to. You know you're going to. And that's the problem. Now, y'all are willing to go and watch bullshit, but you're willing to watch these, but you're willing to criticize these good movies and good shows. Please, just calm down. 2020 wrecked us. 2021 has been hell, but we need to stay calm. Keep our tempers not flared, and just look at everything with a critical eye. Take a step back, and calm down. That's what I've been doing. That's why I've been a little more picky about what I watch as far as superhero stuff. Marvel, the only other Marvel movie I have not watched besides some of the old 80s stuff is Elektra. Yeah, I've watched both Punishers, both Ghost Riders. I have not watched every DC film. Not by a long shot. I haven't even started. And I'm willing to watch those old 80s films as well. Those 70s and 80s films. I've watched Howard the Duck twice. Willing to own it more than I am willing to own 1980, Wonder Woman 1984 or Joker 2019. Yeah, yeah. I'm either that fucked up in the head or that crazy. But I like what I like. I like to laugh. I like the I like the hokey action and the stupid dialogue. It makes me feel nostalgic because I grew up watching 1966 Batman and old cartoons with slapstick so old that most kids nowadays would think it's boring. For God's sake, I'm a fan of the Three Stooges, a 23-year-old man, and I've been a fan of that since I was a teenager, like 12, 13 teenager, like budding teenager. So guys, before you support a movie, look back. Does this actually look like the character? Any version of the character that you're used to? And if so, is it the one being betrayed? Robert Patterson might have made a good Edward, but he's been a shithead, a bastard, and a complete and utter asshole to everyone on set of this new film. I cannot support that kind of toxicity. I'll support Brie Larson's movies for her Captain Marvel portrayal, only because Captain Marvel is a bitch in the comics. You need a bitchy woman to play that role. Just saying. She caved in What If, so I'm happy. I'm happy now. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to see her. She caved in, and by Thor no less, which I think is extremely funny. But guys, please, for everything here, please take what I say with a grain of salt. It's my opinion, but I cannot support DC's live action movies. I'll watch a movie here or there, but I will not just watch any DC film anymore. I won't just watch any movie or show anymore. I won't play just any game, whatever. I will take suggestions. I will take suggestions for this channel. But that doesn't necessarily they're going to happen right away, if at all. Jesus Christ, guys, I cannot guarantee everything for this channel. I don't know how long this channel is going to last. Just, or if it's going to get to that point where I just hit the fuck it button and decided to just do that specific review. You know, it's the way it is. I'm sorry if you hate me for that, but this is an opinion based channel, and I'm sorry if I offended any of y'all. I really am, but I have to be an individual, and this has been a topic that I've wanted to discuss for a while. It's been on my mind for a long time. But before this gets too damn long, let me just say one last thing. Guys, watch what you want to watch. Play what you want to play. Read what you want to read. Do what you want to do. When it comes to pop culture, there are no wrong answers. All you gotta do, figure out what you like, go for it. That being said, I'm Canis Lupus. Y'all been awesome. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Guys, go down in the comment section down below. Let me know. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? And honestly, this is a one-time thing. Call me a dumb jackass all day long. You can try to request a Joker movie. One from 1984. Try to force me to. It ain't gonna work. And when I do, if I even do those movies, guys, I'm not gonna be kind to them. I'm not. I'm not gonna be kind. That being said, see you guys in the next video. Bye.